Canada's largest port by far, the Port of Vancouver, has closed, as have the rails and highways connecting it to Canada, after being severely damaged in the flooding in an atmospheric river event. The deep-water port is responsible for 1/3 of Canadian imports and exports, meaning the grains that the world so badly needs from Canada are not able to get out. The overflow of goods from other congested North American ports are now unable to get in. Christian explains why this is not just a local catastrophe, but a worldwide one in this Ice Age Farmer report. Voila, from Colombia. With the present great world confusion, I wish to do my part to accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. Please help by subscribing and sharing these videos. Thank you. This flooding is not just a problem for the people in the area. This atmospheric river event is going to affect all of Canada and also seriously affect the whole world for an undetermined period of time. The grocery stores in the area are running out of food due to the highway closures. The farmers tried to rescue their animals working for hours in the cold, contaminated water. With the demolition of the highways and the rail service that connect Vancouver to the rest of Canada, and now the complete closure of the Port of Vancouver, this is something that will have catastrophic repercussions across the entire world. Canada and the United States are the number 1 and 2 exporters of grains, and therefore, with the rest of the ports on the West Coast being tremendously congested since mid-2020, we are now witnessing the point of impact of the slow-motion train wreck that is the supply chain cascading failure. From American Shipper, significant portions of the Canadian National and Canadian Pacific rail lines serving the port, Canada's largest, were shut down after heavy rain pounded the province and the Pacific Northwest. The consequences likely will be felt throughout the Canadian supply chain, adding delays for shipments of everything from containers to bulk commodities. Port of Vancouver. Canada's largest port is about the same size as the next 5 largest Canadian ports combined, able to handle the most diversified range of cargo in North America, handling bulk, containers, break bulk, liquid bulk, automobiles, and cruise. The port handles $1 of every $3 of Canada's trade in goods outside of North America. Canada and the US are the number 2 and 3 exporters of wheat at 14% each. Therefore, 14% of the world's expected wheat had just stopped. All highways from the lower mainland into British Columbia interior are closed, which means truck traffic from the rest of Canada is blocked in and out of Vancouver as well. On this picture, the bridges collapsed. This cannot be quickly repaired. The floods have shut down the movement of wheat and canola at a critical port harvest time. Given pre-existing inflationary pressures in the food industry, the world was counting on these exports. Imports too have ground to a halt, and cargo ships are stacking up offshore. From the northern view, this is a pretty significant event. It basically has our main line shut down. Frankly, just about all land access is shut down in that region. That western corridor is the lifeblood of the railroad, so just about all commodities to some extent flow through that. Canadian Pacific is working with customers to find alternative markets of directions to send the grain. From Inquire.net, oil pipelines shut down. Floods have also hampered pipelines. Enbridge Inc. shut a segment of a British Columbia natural gas pipeline as a precaution. The storms also forced the closure of the Trans Mountain pipeline, which carries up to 300,000 barrels per day of crude oil from Alberta province to the Pacific coast. The timing of this is just stunning. We can expect them to blame everything on climate change. This fits perfectly into their script of the need to reduce the carbon footprint by 2030. The need to stock up on food is becoming more and more obvious if you do not have the ability to grow your own food. Please go into action now. Hola! The insanity continues to intensify, and there is no end in sight. Please consider joining us in our consciousness community at the edge of the town of Popayan in southern Colombia. I believe that now many individuals are ready to leave their home country, but just don't know where to start. There is absolutely nowhere to hide. Having said that, here in Popayan, there is good food growth throughout the year. The temperate mountain climate is 23 to 26 degrees Celsius during the day and 15 to 18 degrees Celsius at night. And it is like this all year round, which makes everyday life very comfortable here. Please share this information with your friends and loved ones. Uprooting yourself is certainly not for everyone. I'm in the position to make this challenging process just a little bit easier. There's a guest house for a long-term stay while you are looking for a property of your own. Pets are welcome, and there is internet. The airport, bus terminal, and the city are just 13 kilometers away. I trust that my purpose is to create a consciousness community right here in Popayan. Will you find a way to join us in paradise on earth? I also consult by telephone and offer tools so that you can find your individual solution by making contact with your soul. Please share my videos so that this information can reach the individuals who need it. My contact details are in the description below, as well as the link to Cascada Café Retiro and my website. Finally, please subscribe to my BitChute channel. All my videos are not available on YouTube. Infinite love.